The Falcons have had kind of a sneaky good free agency so far. I fully expected them to sign Sam Darnold to like a $200 million contract and trade Michael Penix to the Jets and cut Bijan Robinson because that's usually the sort of stuff the Falcons do. But no, it seems like we've made some decent moves, and I want to talk about them. We signed 49ers defensive end Leonard Floyd to a one-year $10 million deal, and this is a pretty big signing. We desperately need an edge rusher, and Floyd has been more productive in the past 5 years than Atlanta's defensive line has been since 2017. He's 33 years old, but on a cheap one-year deal, this could end up being very beneficial to the team. Then we signed Chargers defensive tackle Morgan Fox to a 2-year deal for approximately $8.5 million. He's got 15.5 sacks over the past 3 seasons, and while he only started 19 games for the Chargers, this is another cheap yet solid addition to our defensive line. Keep in mind that we've been among the worst in the NFL in pass rushing for years and years now. The fact that the front office went out and signed 2 defensive linemen for as cheap as we did is a huge plus. We signed Browns cornerback Mike Ford Jr. to a 2-year deal worth about $4 million. More than anything, this seems to be about creating roster depth and potentially adding pieces to our special teams. Ford played in Atlanta back in 2022, and it seems he'll be able to fill different roles depending on how Ulbrich runs the defense. We signed Raiders linebacker Divine Diablo to a 2-year deal worth about $14 million. Diablo is only 26 years old and should be a great counterpart to Caden Ellis. He recorded 166 solo tackles in his 4-year career with the Raiders, and I expect him to be a much-needed piece to our struggling defense. It's a really good sign that we're focusing solely on defensive pieces, but I have to admit this has me a little worried about the draft. The Falcons have proven to be a team I can't quite trust, so my fear is that Terry is going to say, "We're all good on defense, draft a receiver." I don't really think that will happen, and out of every year since Terry has been our GM, this is the year we most desperately need to draft an edge rusher. I could justify Drake London and Bijan and Penix, but if Terry doesn't go out and get us a strong defensive piece in the draft this year, 2025 is going to be very similar to 2024. But that's all I've got today. Let me know in the comments what you think about our recent free agency signings. Rise up, and I'll see you in the next video.